Hello, today I am going to discuss you about the overview of C language. As we all know, C was developed by Dennis Ritchie. It is a constructed programming language and it supports functions that enables easy maintainability of code by breaking large file into smaller modules. Comments in C provides easy readability and C is a very powerful language. Here you can see a structure of a program. That is, first line include # studio.h, it is a header file, then int main function, and inside curly brackets other statements are written. Header file. The files that are specified in the include section is called as header file. These are pre-compiled files that has some function defined in them. We can call those functions in our program by supplying parameters. A header file is given an extension .h. C source file is given an extension .main function. It is the entry point of a program. When a file is executed, the start point is the main function. From main function, the flow goes as per the programmer's choice. There may or may not be other functions written by user in a program. Main function is compulsory for any C program. Here is an example of how to write the program in C. # include studio.h, int main, inside curly brackets printf, bracket is written hello, return 0. This program prints hello on the screen when we running a C program. Type a program, save it, compile the program. This will generate an exe file, that is executable file. Run the program. Actually, exe created of compilation with run and not the .c file. In different compilers we have different options for compiling and running. We give only the concepts. There are comments in C. That is, first is single line comment, we use /. Termination of comment is used by pressing enter key. Then there is a multiple line comment /* in between 2 or 3 or 4 lines, then we end it with a star and slash. Data types in C. Primitive, that is initial data types, are int, float, double and char. Aggregate data types, arrays come under this category. Arrays can contain collection of int or float or char or double data. Then we have user defined data types. Structures and enum fall under this category. Then variables. Variables are the data that will keep on changing. The syntax is declare data type and variable name. Example int a. We have to define it. Variable name is equal to value, that is a is equal to 10. Uses var name, example a is equal to a plus 1. Increment the value by 1. Rules of variable names: should not be a reserved word like int etc. Should start with a letter on an underscore sign. Can contain letters, numbers and underscore. No other special characters are allowed, including space. Variable name are case sensitive. This capital A and small a both are different. We have got input outputs. Input statement is a scan statement. We write it scanf inside the bracket inverted code %d %a gets an integer value for the user from the user and stores it under the name a. Output statement is a printf statement. It is written as it is shown in the screen. Prints the value present in the variable a on the. Then we have got loops. First is for loop. The syntax of for loop is for. We have to initialize it, we have to give a condition for checking, and we have to give increment or decrement inside curly brackets set of statements. For example, if a program to write print hello 10 times, as you can see it is written for inside the bracket I is equal to 0, I less than 10 and I plus plus, separators are semicolon. Inside the curly bracket it is written printf f hello. Next is while statement. The syntax for while loop is while condition, then we have got set of statements under the curly braces. For example, a is equal to 10 while a is not equal to 0 inside the brackets, and inside curly bracket we have got printf %d a minus minus, that is the value of a is increasing, so we will get an output as 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. Do while statement. This syntax of do while: do set of statements while condition, example I is equal to 10, do inside curly bracket printf d I, and again I is given a decrement of 1, bracket curly braces close, and we have got a condition while I is not equal to 0, which means the condition will go on executing till the value of I does not becomes 0. Again we have got output of 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. Conditional statements. If is a conditional statement: if condition, statement 1 executes if condition is true, else statement 2 if condition is. And we have got switch statement. It will give case 1: if the variable's value is 1, it will execute the statements written over here. It will break and go out of the loop. The case 2, it will be followed if the include of variable value is 2, it will print the rest of the statement, and again it will go out. Default: if the variable is something else than the given value, then it will move out. For example, I can say if the variable value is 1, then you can write a statement, you will go to heaven, it will break and move out. If the variable value is 2, you can print a statement, you can say living earth is not bad enough, and in the default, if any other value is encountered, then you can write a statement, hell was created for a person's like you. Then there are different operators: arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, bitwise, assignment, compound statements, and shift statements. The symbols are given over here. Then we have got string functions. The first is strlen. Str is a name of the variable to find the length of the string str. Strrev, reserve the string str as RTS, it will reverse the string. Strcat, str1 str2 appends str2 to str1 and returns str1, that is, it will transfer the value of str2 str1 and then it will return the value of str1. strcpy str1 str2, it will copy the contents of str2 to str1, that is, it will overwrite the value of str1. strcmp s1 s2 compares two strings s1 and s2. strcmpi s1 s2, it will check the case sensitive comparison. Then we have got some numeric functions. POW, that is for power, POW n comma x evaluates n to the power of x. Ceiling 1.3, it will return 2, floor 1.3, it returns 1, ABS num returns absolute value, log x, they are all arithmetic logarithmic values, log x, log sin x, cos x, and tan x. Then we have got different procedures. Procedure is a function whose return type is void. Void means null. Function will have return type int, char, float, double, or even structs and arrays. Return type is a data type of the value that is returned to the calling point after the called function execution completes. Then we have got functions and parameters. Writing the syntax of a function is return type, fun name, then we have got parameter list. In the definition section, return type, fun name, parameter list. Then we have got set of body functions and we call the function and function name is given over there. Here you can see example of the function. In the first line it is as usual hash include studio.h. The function is the void fun inta, that is we are declaring a function. then the main body start int main inside curly bracket fun10, that is we are calling the value. Then we have got void fun int x, we are defining the value of x and we are saying print the value of x. This is how a function program is written. Actual and formal parameters. Actual parameters are those that are used during a function call. Formal parameters are those that are used in function definition and function declaration. When you define the function or when you declare the function, then we use formal parameters. Arrays fall under aggregated data type, aggregate that is more than 1, and you have seen that the value of arrays are more than 1. Arrays are collection of data that belong to the same data type. Arrays are collection of homogeneous data. Array elements can be assessed by its position in the array called as. Array index starts with 0. The last index of an array is num minus 1, where num is the number of elements in an array. For example, int a5 is an array that stores 5 integers, and we start from, as it defines, we start from the 0 value is the first element a0, and it will go up to a4, which will have the fifth value, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We will have 5 values starting from 0 to 4. We can also have arrays more than 1 dimensions, that is 2 cross 2. That, for example, float a is a 5 comma 5 is a 2-dimensional array. It can store 5 into 5, that is 25 floating numbers, and the bounds are a cross a 0 cross 0 to a 4 cross 4. Then we have got structures. The structures are user defined data types. When we say user defined, which user is the programmer and he can define the data types. It is a collection of heterogeneous data. It can collect integer, float, double or character in the we can also have array of structures. For example, struct is a keyword, structure name. Inside curly bracket we will define different numbers and we close it with a name element. We can access elements dot members. Here is an example. We write struct person inside curly bracket int id, char name, memory is 5, that is can store characters up to 5 places, and curly bracket close we give its name p1. Now we have to access it, that is p1 dot id is equal to 1 and p1 dot name is equal to Vasu. Type def. A type def operator is used for creating alias of a data type. For example, I have this statement type def int integer. Now I can use integer in place of int, that is instead of declaring int a, I can use integer a. This is applied for structures too. Pointers. Pointers is a special variable that stores address of another variable. Addresses are integers, hence pointers stores integer data. Size of the pointer is equal to size of int. Pointers that stores address of integer variables is called as integer pointer and is declared as int star ip. Pointers that stores address of a double, char and float are called as double pointer, character pointer and float pointer respectively. Char star cp, float star fp, double star dp. Assigning values to a pointer, we can write int star ip is equal to @a. A is an int already declared. For example, int a is equal to 10, that is a stores the value of 10. Int star ip and ip is equal to @a and a. IP stores address of a, say 1000, that is where 10, the place where 10 has been stored. So IP fetches 1000 and star IP fetches 10. Star is called dereferencing operator. The star which is over here, star IP I write, it is called a dereferencing operator. Your reference. Call by value, we have calling a function with parameters passed as values. For example, int a is equal to 10, fun a, and we have void fun int a inside curly bracket define. Here fun a is a call by value. Any modification done with the within the function is local to it, and it will not affect outside the function. Call by reference, calling a function by passing pointers as a parameters. Addresses of variable is passed instead of variable. In call by value, you have seen that value is being transferred, and here you will see the address of the variable that is being transferred. Say int a is equal to 1, fun a, fun and a, void fun int star x, and any modification done on variable a will affect the outside function also. Example of call by value. See, I have here you have can see the different lines which are being written and how the things are being called, and it will be executed like that. Here is the expression for you. A is given a value 10, and 10 is stored in a memory which address is 1000. When we call it x, value 10 comes, we give an increment 10 to a to x, and 10, then we have got 1002, because from after 1000, 1001, and now x is at 1002. It is being given an increment. Now it is transferred again, so it will be the value of 11, and at the same place 1002, and when we go back we see a its original value 10 and stored at the 1000 place written from the function. Call by reference, you can see call by reference over here, how the things are being defined and how the value of a changes and the value of x changes. Explanation, again the same process. A is given a value 10 which is stored at the 1000th place. It is being called, transferred to x. X is value 10, it is stored in the 1000th place. After increment, the value of x becomes 11, stored at the 1000th place, and when the cursor returns to a, though the stored place is 1000, the value of a now becomes 11. A and x are referring to the same location, so the value will be overwritten, because location is same, so the value is overwritten. Conclusion, call by value means copying value of a variable in another variable, so any changes made in the copy will not affect the original value. Whereas in call by reference, creating link for the parameter to the original location, since the address is same, changes to the parameter will refer to the original location and the value will be overwritten. So here we come to an end. Thank you very much. Hope you gained something out.